And welcome back to eBEFOREi Video Reviews. Today we're taking a look at Legends Class Power of the Prime's Beachcomber. That's right, Beachcomber's here, part of the new wave of our little mini-bots, and we're getting really close to completing the full G1 mini-bot collection. Pretty excited about that. But let's take a look at this figure. Is this something that is worth your time and money? I think it is. I think you'll be impressed. Let's take a close look at the vehicle. First of all, how does it feel in hand? It's plasticky. It's lightweight. There's a good bit of hollowness to the figure, which we'll get into. And even the plastic that's not hollow, kind of has a hollow feel because the way that it transforms, the figure kind of turtle shells in on itself. You see his head in there. Now, that's not to say that it's a bad figure. It just doesn't feel quite as solid as maybe Sea Spray or Brawn that I have here close by. Not a bad feel, but just maybe not quite what you're accustomed to when you first take them out of the package. Let's take a look at some of the details up close. Not really a lot of paint. There's blue plastic and there's gray plastic. Now you do have some silver in the back where the where the engine bits would be. I'm probably getting that wrong, but you got a little bit of silver paint here. This is unpainted gray. This is a different tone of unpainted gray. Same here. Inside the hubcaps, you do have some silver paint, albeit you have different types of wheels on the front and the back. You've got the little peg in the front and the metal pin in the back wheels. Underneath, you have almost a fully formed robot, but some nice in-plastic molding, so that's cool. We'll get to more of that in robot mode. Now, I do have a Titan Master inside. Yeah, you can see that I've got one in there. I probably should have picked one that wasn't gray. And to get him open, this actually pegs together, which helps make the vehicle feel more solid. Without, you've got a little bit of flex here, a little bit of give. But you can seat a Titan Master or one of the new Prime Masters. Can go right in there, and no problem. Hey, Hot Rod. But anyway, you get the idea of how that works. To get it back together again, I'm just going to clip it. Got two little pegs. They go into little peg holes. No harm, no foul. He does not come with an extra figure, so you get him just like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking all the way around, this might be one where the Takara release might be worth a wait because you've got, like, the springs in the back of the dune buggy are just not painted. But it would be cool if that was silver. I can't promise that Takara is going to do that, but that would be pretty neat. There's the back. Again, no paint. And that back section right there. On the sides, again, the arms. That's where the arms would be. It'd be neat to have some paint there as well. You do have an Autobot symbol that is not a sticker. It's painted on, and it's cut right down the middle. And on my figure, doesn't come together quite perfect. I mean, it's good enough, but not quite perfect. Getting inside the cockpit. You do have kind of a steering wheel, but there is some molding back there as well. Size comparison, here he is next to Brawn in his vehicle mode, and he's bigger than Brawn. He's about more the size of Sea Spray that I held up earlier. Yeah, they're about the same size. Now, Sea Spray is a lot chunkier. There's more plastic to Sea Spray than there is with Beachcomber, but size-wise, they're a pretty good match. So if you have Sea Spray, you know about the size of the vehicle that you're getting here with Beachcomber. Now, to get your Beachcomber transformed, all you need to do is separate this piece once again. And you're going to come around to the front section here. And these are his legs. So you're just going to lift that. You see it's hollow as I start to open it up on the back side of the, it's where it tucked in. Now, you have those two little pegs right here in the back as well. So you want to separate that. Then you can separate the legs. And you want to take these back pieces, the roll bar, and tuck it back in, which forms a heel on the feet, which is pretty cool. From there, you can just go ahead and straighten out the legs. You're going to come to the arm. You basically have a finished bot. You're going to come around to the arm, and you're going to pull. It tabs in. There's a tab right there on the arm, and it fits right into that slot. So you just kind of pull it out. Makes a little bit of a pop. Then you're going to take this whole midsection and just scrunch it down. Like that. Head reveal, which is cool. Then I'm going to take this roll bar here, and I'm going to tuck it. You can really do whatever you want with it. The directions and the way that it comes packed is down, and obviously I think that's better down. And when you do that, it doesn't lock anything in place or anything like that, but it keeps it from sticking out, so I think that's the better of the two options. And then you've got a gaping hole back there if you don't do that, so I'm going to push that back down. And yeah, that's pretty much transformation. At this point, you can stand him up, pose him up. Well, I didn't do a lot of posing, but I did do a lot of standing, and there he is in his robot mode. He looks good. There's nothing wrong with the way that Beachcomber looks. Let's go all the way around the figure. Again, I've kind of pointed out some of the issues, if you want to call it that. Again, he does feel a bit hollow. You've got some hollowness behind the legs, and then the whole middle section kind of fills itself in, so that part's not hollow anymore. But yeah, there's the figure, and he's pretty basic, but he's still cool, and he feels good in hand once you have him in his robot mode and kind of standing up. He's chunky and pretty nice. Let's take a closer look. I mean, his head just looks cute, doesn't it? Anyway, he's got the blue head. That's not paint. That's the color of the plastic. But you do have the visor that's painted that silver metallic, which is nice. Then you've got the kind of pistons and things. Then you've got the paint for the decoration. You've got some blue, orange, and yellow down there in the waist. There's no waist articulation on the figure itself. In fact, let's look at all of the articulation. His head is on a swivel, not a ball joint, so you just get left and right. Probably could go all the way around. His arm is on a ball joint, and there's decent movement there. Got another ball joint in the elbow. The fists do not move. Yeah, they don't move. Got a ball joint here inside the thigh. It looks like there would be some bend right there, or a swivel, but there's not. And then you do have bend at the knee. And because of transformation, that can go all the way back in on itself. Size-wise, he's absolutely perfect. He fits in so well with the other mini-bots. Next to Brawn and Cosmos, I mean, just looks just the right size. Proportions are great. Doesn't have anything weird like monkey arms. He's not too tall. He's not too short. Size-wise, I think, again, he fits in quite well. Quick look at his card. You've got some very nice artwork. On the back, you have his Power of the Primes gimmick, and you can read this one if you so choose to. And basically, they're each associated with the Prime, all of these Power of the Primes figures. And this one, it says he shapes geological formations. So there you go. And a real quick description on the back of the box says that the Autobot geologist uses his scanners to locate resources. So there you have that. 7 steps in transformation. I probably made it more like 13, but that's just me. I'm sure you're better at this than I am. So I hope you've enjoyed my review of Beachcomber. This is my first review of the Power of the Primes figures, with more to come very soon. I have to say that I'm pretty excited about this line, and at least in the United States, they are starting to appear in Targets. So if you happen to have a Target near you, if you don't see them on the shelf, maybe ask an employee to check the back, and maybe, just maybe, they'll come out with Beachcomber and some of the other figures from the first wave. Thanks again for watching eBEFOREi video reviews. Your subscription, thumbs up, and comments mean the world to my channel. It really means a lot to me. So I thank you very much for passing the word on. If you want to connect with me on social media, I'm at eBEFOREiNet on Twitter. I'm youtube.com/eBEFOREiNet, and I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/eBEFOREi. Thank you again so much. We'll be back here again real soon.